here we are now, man.
Yeah.
A couple years later,
It's crazy.
you're playing football, Power 5, man. You made it to your dream school. Congratulations, obviously. I remember, always talking about this type of stuff. And so want to just kind of dive in a little bit to your journey and kind of learn a little bit more about like your recruiting process and when did it really get serious for you?
Yeah. So the end of my 8th grade year is when I knew I wanted to play like college football, because at first I didn't know like basketball, football, either one, but football that I decided on. And then, so one thing I wish I would have done is went to more camps my sophomore year, actually, which I went to Iowa State, I think, and that was it, which I didn't realize how much of a like pivotal point that is, like going into your junior year. Schools will look at you and then offer you then, which is so much of a breeze then as you're a senior. But I would say my recruiting like really took a serious turn like my junior year. Like it was our last game at Prairie, and like that was like the first game that we really like just aired the rock out.
Hell yeah.
And I ended like just over 100 receiving yards. It was like 115 or something. Two touchdowns, yeah. So that was just like a big game for me, and kind of just like a jump start into the summer in my senior year, and like just keeping that momentum. But it was like, yeah, after I had schools looking at me going into my junior year already.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't like big schools at all, but
yeah.
I had like some NAIA schools and some D2 schools like looking at me going in to that, just like off of the camps that I went to and stuff. And I did level up 7-on-7 as well.
That probably
helped with exposure too. We went on like some visits through that, which was nice. And then so I went to a bunch of camps going into my senior year. Did pretty good at quite a few of them. So it was on a lot of coaches' radars, and a lot of it was based off of a bunch of coaches told me like, we'll see how your first 3 games are, and then that'll depend on if you get an offer or not. And I mean, thankfully, the first 3 games I did really well, which is nice.
First game head top.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
First 3 games, all three of them had over 100 receiving yards, I think. So that just like kind of jump started me for like, I was like, okay, like this is how I wanted to start. And then ever since then, we would have coaches like come into our school, talk to us. I think I got offered by one school at school actually, like they came in and then offered me, and then they were just started pouring in after.
Yeah, what was that like when you got that first offer? I know you were at a mega camp right down in Lindenwood.
Lindenwood was my first. I was from Upper Iowa actually. It was my first offer, but it was at the Lindenwood camp, and the coaches like came up and talked to me, and they were like, "Yeah, do you have any offers, or like how's your recruiting process going?" And I was telling them like, it's a little bit slow. It's not exactly where I want to be, but I'm just trying to like go hard on the camps this year and show that I can play, and hope that my senior year will be good enough. And they told me like, well, you got your first one now. So that was really sweet. And my dad was there at the camp with me, so that was a cool moment to be able to share with him. And just like talk about that on the car ride home, call my mom as soon as we got in the car. Like it was really cool.